He's so old though. And why does he look like that? I think it's a hat. Yeah, it's a pirate. I know. I think that's the creepy part. I love that. I just don't know if you can tell the time. Hi. You sure can if you fill out a form. Would you like to?
Again, while we're waiting for IT, if you plan on speaking, if you would please fill out a form.
Technology boy, I'm there.
The new system should be up, and I was asking
When?
I just don't know which one to do.
Right.
That one with the gray.
All right, sorry for the delay, but at this time, the mayor will call to order the regular city council meeting for 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September the 30th of 2025 in the city council chambers at 201 East Nash Street in Terrell, Texas. Here on the dais with me is District 2, Donna Renee Anderson, who is our deputy mayor pro tem. We have District 3, Mayor Ronnie Velasquez. We have District 4, Stephanie Holmes Thomas. And we have our Mayor Pro Tem, Phil Robinson from District 5. We do have a quorum. We also have our interim city manager, Mark Mills, and staff with us. We have quorum, so we continue with our meeting. At this time, I'd like to call forward Pastor John Lowry from the First Baptist Church of Terrell to lead us in invocation. If you would please stand, remain standing for our pledges.
Let's pray. Our Father, we are thankful, Lord, for this day you've given us, the opportunity you give us to come and to be a part of this meeting. I thank you for this group of leaders, for our mayor and city council and city manager and his staff. We just thank you, God, for their desire, Lord, for your blessing upon our city. I pray for wisdom, God, as they make decisions. I pray, God, that you would lead not only this city, but, Father, lead our nation to a place where we would recognize you in a better way and seek and follow your will, follow your ways. Lord, we do ask, Lord, that you would just be with this leadership group tonight and just, Father, give them your understanding, give them your will, and give them the courage to obey it. Father, we love you and we thank you in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Brother Lowry, if you would please, I got something for you. So, I was born and raised here in Terrell, and First Baptist Church has always been a big part of either my friends or the mayor's at some point in time in my younger years. So I thank you for the tradition that has been carried from pastor to pastor and doing what is best and in the interest of the city of Terrell. Thank your congregation. Thank you for your hard work. Your family, I hope everyone is doing well. We want to challenge you as you move forward. This is the mayor's challenge point to continue to do the work that we can't do through faith-based operations. So thank you very much, and thank you. Thank you for the prayer. All right, next on the agenda, council, are mayor and council community recognition and events. Let's start out with the most exciting news, which was the Terrell Tigers beat the Kaufman Lions last Friday night. It was homecoming. So this year, for the first time in many years, the mayor doesn't have to wear a Kaufman jersey, but the Mayor Jordan from Kaufman has to wear a Terrell jersey. And we usually do that in Austin, and then my understanding is that he'll be here at some point in the future to address the council and tell us a little bit about the game. So I'm very excited to hear his version of what he saw. So congratulations to our Terrell Tigers, who are now, I understand, 5-0, and we look forward to them continue to win. Also, I witnessed and was a part of history this afternoon at the Terrell Library, and we had our very first drone delivery in the city of Terrell, and I got to retrieve it. So Zipline is the company that is working with Walmart for delivery service. I understand that that service is free. So if you order something from Walmart, you can have it delivered to your home or your business within a 1 mile radius. We hope to get to, or 2 mile, and then they hope to go out to 10 miles from the Walmart store. So it was very cool. We got to see some of the technology. There was a plane that was approaching our airport, and the drone, which was on the way for delivery, the technology was there that it noticed that there was a plane that was going to be in the vicinity, and it went back to its home base, which was back to Walmart, without anybody, controlling it, not just on its own, and waited until it was safe for it to relaunch and then deliver. And so the technology that they have is just amazing, and we so look forward to our citizens to be able to take advantage of that. Again, it's free service right now, but they do anticipate at some time there'll be a charge for it. But anybody else have any recognitions or events?
I would like to thank Lily's Event Center and the Shops at Terrell for hosting the second annual Hispanic Heritage celebration, and then also thank our interim city manager, Mark, the mayor, council members, and our chief for attending that as well. And there was a moment there during the performances where I really thought Mark was going to jump in and join the machete performance. That young man holding the machetes and dancing at the same time, he was a sweet little boy. But it once again, just like all our other events throughout the year, whether it's the British Bash, Taco Festival, Jubilee, it's an opportunity for community members to get out, walk, and be with family and community.
All right, thank you. Anyone else?
Yes, Mayor.
Yes.
I do want to say also congratulations to the Terrell Tigers on homecoming. That was my class reunion as well, so it was especially special to see the Tigers win 56-14, I believe, on such an important day. But I also wanted to mention we do have this Saturday the dedication of our soccer complex to Staff Sergeant Brady Berry. It's Friday? Okay, this Friday, excuse me. Friday at 4 p.m. It's a very important ceremony. Staff Sergeant Berry was an esteemed member of the community, had a real passion for soccer, and perished tragically while he was deployed. And this is a big day to honor him, so all who want to attend, please take the time to do so.
Thank you. Anyone else? Next item on the agenda is to hear remarks from visitors. I'll just call them Gail Surratt. Okay. Jan Morrison. If you would, please come forward, state your name and your address, and then address the council.
My name is Jan Morrison, and I live at 9333 County Road 301, Terrell, Texas, right outside behind the Tanger Mall. Maybe I can get the Zip people to bring me a pizza, because nobody will on that side of town. But the reason I'm here is, how long do I have?
3 minutes.
Jesus, I better get ready. I'm glad that y'all invited God here, because maybe you guys will hear me. I live at County Road 301. I'm the only house right up there, right about a mile from the Silver Saloon. There's a person that bought some landlocked land behind me. And I have 2 acres on the front. And they are intending to put a 2-lane road beside my bedroom. I'm having a problem with it. I have come here and spoke to one of the engineers about it. I went to the sub-courthouse. They sent me to Kaufman. They bounced me back to Terrell. They bounced me back to Kaufman, where I'd already been. And I would like to know if there's anybody in the city of Terrell that would just hear me and consider that I don't have a problem with progress. And I know we have to deal with that. But I kind of have a problem with, I feel like, encroachment, where people are coming in, not asking you questions, making up stuff that you never said, and taking your piece. So I would like somebody to check that out and come in and see what my dilemma is when there's several different ways to come into that area, but not by my bed and my peacocks and my chickens, which is right on that same path. I would like somebody to really look at it and consider it. Like I say, I don't have a problem. I know they have to go back there because they bought it, but it's by my head. And there is a road to the city place up there where y'all have the water treatment plant. I'm like, why don't you go up the city road and then cut across? You don't have to why you gotta cut across my bedroom when there's other avenues? So will somebody please look at that for me? I'm done.
All right, thank you for your comments. Is it Travis Perry?
Good evening, distinguished members of the council. My name is Travis Perry. I live at 1000 Meredith Drive. I was curious about, I just learned about the Terra Nova, the new development. Love it. All for development, I guess reasonably. I don't really know enough. I'm neither for it nor against it. I'm just hearing about it recently, and I'd love to hear more what is to come, what's planned, any proposed start dates, things to do with the infrastructure, the critical infrastructure, the water, the sewer, the gas, telecom lines and whatnot. As we know, the streets, I'm a former street guy. I used to work for the city of Garland Street Department. And I wanted to ask about Laurel Trail. What happened there? You guys overlaid. I'm in that neighborhood, the older neighborhood. I'm off Meredith, Laurel Trail over there. Laurel Trail was skipped. The inverted crown, potholes, it's asphalt, the whole thing needs to be rebuilt, probably from the ground up. My assumption was that it was probably next year's budget item. If the crews were out in '24, it was late '24, I was curious about that. As far as the new construction goes, how many schools have been designated? Because I know populations, we're growing, DFW's growing, it's great. Hospitals, anything like that, have those things been, where can we find the plan? I know, just because I'm new about it, this thing, I just learned about it last night, very short notice. Some of the plans, a website somewhere could find out potential things. Parks, greenery, all that stuff is good. What do you guys know about bicycle motocross? BMX? Nothing? Oh, the ancillary businesses that spin off of a track, a bicycle track. It's an Olympic sport. People get in shape. You should look it up on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. Used to do it with my son when little kids can do it all the way up to expert, professional riders and whatnot. But parks, we'd like to see if there's new development coming. A BMX track would be fantastic. The ABA, American BMX Association, or American Bicycle Association. As I learn more, I know I'll be able to form a more educated opinion and have quality things to say instead of just rambling. But thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing more about it. The pros, the cons, the infrastructure, water, sewer, widening of the sidewalks. Don't let me forget sidewalks. There's a lot of neighborhoods that don't have sidewalks or ways to ride, and those of us that want to go work out, jog, walk, or whatever, we're in the street. I know in my neighborhood it is. So anyway, that's it. Council, thank you for your time. Have a great meeting.
Thank you for your comments. Rita Bain?
Thank you. I wanted to talk to you about Terra Nova and my concern regarding the overall maybe looking at or probable trichloroethylene potential contamination there. It was built during the Cold War era. The Nike missile base had two different locations, one across the 205, which was the barracks, the mess hall, the old guard tower. However, the site where the missiles were actually kept, where the silos are 438 yards from my back door. And there has been some evidence, Mr. Farr has some evidence that he would like to share tonight regarding previous findings of trichloroethylene at that property. What is concerning is the present property owner who purchased it from the city of Terrell or the Terrell ISD in 1992 has 3 silos that fill up with water. They are covered, the silos are covered per Google Earth anyway, they look covered. So is it groundwater seeping in along with top water? But it's being emptied into the watershed on a monthly basis to the tune of 46,000 gallons of water per silo. And if it is contaminated before Terra Nova comes there, this sincerely needs to be investigated. As a healthcare professional, trichloroethylene was once actually used as an anesthetic a long, long time ago, Trilene. It was discontinued. Trichloroethylene was the universal solvent, lubricant that they used on these Nike warheads. They were nuclear warheads that were carried. The remnants of trichloroethylene stay in the soil indefinitely. There is no half-life recorded. If it's been dumped into the watershed, where Terra Nova is going to be, is a floodplain. There are creeks, ponds, things that are there that need to be considered. And with it being there indefinitely, until adequate soil samples and water samples are gleaned from that place, I would hate to see a mass of humanity being put there. 3,900 home sites. When you start messing up the soil around there, it's going to go particleized in the air. I hope that it's investigated and investigated thoroughly before anyone is allowed to live around it. Had I known that it was in my back door, I probably would have reconsidered moving there until an adequate investigation is done. I've contacted the EPA. I have talked to the regional manager in our district, Mr. Richard Ofusu. He had stated that this place has never been properly vetted, that it is last looked at in 1985.
Okay, thank you for your comment.
Thank you.
Yes. Costello Johnson, I believe? Estella Johnson, is it?
My name is Estella Johnson. I live at 435 Roosevelt, and I pray that this is not premature, but I'm here to ask the council if they would accept an approval that was made by the Planning and Zoning Committee to rezone the Mount Olive location, street location. There's a building that's been standing there for some time, and the owner has now purchased the building. The original history was to build out a recreation center for the youth in the south side of Terrell. Now, we are now continuing that vision and make it more of a multi-purpose building for training, educational, and et cetera, meeting places for the south side and for the total community of Terrell. If we look at the location, it is adjacent to the Breezer Hill Park. It is on a 1.5 acre land, plus there is ability to expand by the owner who owns the other property. And I'm asking if the council will accept the recommendation from the Planning and Zoning to rezone that location.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Matthew Fair? Is it Farr or Fair? Yeah, Farr, sorry.
So just on a couple Google searches over the Terra Nova stuff, I did a basic search of, was TCE found in the groundwater at the Nike Missile Silo Base in Terrell? It came up, I'll read it to you. Yes, TCE has been found in the groundwater at the former Nike missile site in Terrell, Texas. And it goes through and it tells you how it goes in, and I've already emailed copies of these to Miss Donna, and I would really like if you would share those across so everybody can see them. Also, I have Google Earth photos from the silo bases where they were covered. I've actually been on the property. I've been invited on the property from the owner to work on his systems, and so I've got to see these things with my own eyes. He is dumping the water out of those monthly, and it's going down into the floodplain area. My concern is the TCE. My children are there. It is a bad, bad thing when you actually get into it and read. I just would really ask that we have further soil samples and things done before any of this is approved. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Holly Myers? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Done? Or did you want to speak? Oh, go ahead. Yes.
Good afternoon, council. My name is Gail Surratt, 15783 Nike Drive in Terrell. As far as the Nike base goes, there is one open that you can go down in. I've been in it a couple of times. That water that comes off of there, it does run towards our places, just a skip down. If any of you have not visited Nike base, I highly encourage you to do so. I highly encourage you to ask for the tour downtown, or down underneath. It's not very big, and it's spooky, but it puts things to light. Now, as far as this volunteer annexation, we fought hard several years ago against it in the state of Texas. It's now all voluntarily. But the behavior that I seen from a few that were on the council at that time went after people. They made wheels and deals in the back for them to go ahead and volunteer their land for cuts and taxes for so many years and all this good stuff. I seen it, heard it, got calls, got emails on it. I hope to God this time you behave in a manner and not go out and almost intimidate people by knocking on their doors. Good afternoon.
Thank you for your comment. Next item on the agenda are the boards and commissions. Item 4.1, discuss and consider Animal Shelter Advisory Board appointment. This is our City Secretary, Don Style.
Mayor and council, in your packet is the Animal Shelter Advisory Board. We did have one person that decided they did not want to be on that board any longer, so it leaves one open position. We do have one application in here from Mindy Alford, and this falls under the oversight of Donna Renee Anderson.
Councilwoman, do you have a recommendation?
I have read the application. Well, my iPad did something strange, so I would like to recommend Ms. Alford
Mindy Alford?
for the position on the
Okay.
Animal Board. That is a motion, yes.
Yes. So we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion from Donna Renee Anderson, our Deputy Mayor Pro Tem from District 2, a second from Phil Robinson, our Mayor Pro Tem from District 5, to appoint Mindy Alford to our Animal Shelter Advisory Board. Is there any further discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it, Dawn, in the future, if I would like to go over the requirements for the board, I'd like to see more citizens on it. And because the board has not met. for, it's not defunct, but I think some oversight needs to happen and more citizen involvement. And I would invite the council to visit our animal shelter and get a firsthand look at what's going on out there. The staff has done a wonderful job, thank you, Mark, of cleaning it up, but just go look and see. But I'd like to see a board that is really,
Engaged.
yes. Thank you.
Yep.
Councilwoman, if I may, we do have some very engaged volunteers in the city and for the animal shelter. 3 ladies in particular, Jessica King, April Yates, and Emily Beck, are very engaged and would probably be, potential candidates to get that board reinvigorated.
Thank you, Phil.
All right. Any
My
further,
iPad died.
any further comments? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous vote of those present. Our next item on the agenda, discuss and consider airport board appointment. Dawn?
Mayor and council, in your packet is the airport board roster. Sarah Hatley, she has served 3 terms, and so she is no longer eligible to continue to serve. So that leaves 1 open position, and this falls under the oversight of Mayor Rick Carmona.
Council, I'm going to move to postpone this item until our next meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion from the mayor, a second from Donna Renee Anderson, our deputy mayor pro tem, District 2, to postpone this item until our next meeting. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous vote of those present. Our next item on the agenda, discuss and consider our Terrell Youth Council appointment. This is going to be handled by our senior policy analyst, Omira Mata.
Good afternoon, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Before you, I bring a wonderful result to a resolution that we passed earlier this summer. We have officially wrapped up our Terrell Youth Council process, and we have gotten some great applicants. We had a total of 10 applications come in. On the screen there, you'll see that 6 of those met the requirements in order to be a part of this, which was that they were a high school student, currently entering 9th through 12th grade, and they were going to be a resident of the city of Terrell. Those names are before you. We do have one of the members, Jocelyn. She is here in the audience. They were all invited to come as we extended an invitation that council would appoint them as they do any board and commission. So she is here in recognition of that. And we are looking forward to a wonderful year. Hopefully, our first meeting is going to be October 9th, and they will meet monthly. They will have a project that they will get to decide on, and they will start out by figuring out what their bylaws are going to be, what their logo is going to be, and a couple of other things. So they have a busy year ahead of them, and then you will see them hopefully in a couple of weeks to introduce them to you guys after they get started, and then they will come back in May to wrap up the school year, give you guys a report, and then hopefully in between how things go, they'll come forward and give you guys recommendations and figure out how that process is gonna look. So I'm happy to report that we have those 6, and I'm happy to answer any questions y'all have.
All right.
Thank you.
Is Jocelyn here?
Yes, sir.
Would you please come forward? Surely you didn't think the mayor was going to allow you to just sit back there. But you know what? Because you showed up, you're the only one from the board, right?
Yes, sir. Everyone else was unable to attend today.
So they're going to miss out, but I have an extra challenge coin. This is for you. And congratulations on being appointed to our Terrell, well, you haven't yet, but soon to be appointed to our Terrell Youth Council. And we want to work together with your group and see how we can coordinate and do what's, y'all are going to be the next generation. And we want to make sure that we're laying the foundation and doing the things that y'all are interested in as well. So if you would, please come forward, or I'll come out there. Council, y'all want to come to, no, we can't because it's minor. We can't take pictures. Better not do that.
I'm very excited. We got young people.
finna say, man, you came ready. Congratulations. We look forward to having you. No.
Thank you, Omira. This is, you and the staff have put together a program that we've been talking about, and something that's not new. We are raising up the young people. You do not know how important it is, young lady, for you to do what you're doing. And I appreciate you stepping forward, just like I appreciate every person in this room who is sharing their point of view, because we don't move ahead without all of us. And the day that all of us agree, I'm going to think it's the rapture. So, thank you, young lady. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Anybody else? Mayor Pro Tem, do you got?
Thank you, Omira. This is such a great program. We're so excited about it, and I will be there on the 9th for the inaugural meeting. Will there be sort of a hierarchy, a president of the group, or how is the structure going to work?
Yes, sir. We are going to elect a chair and a vice chair based on that night, which the students will elect within themselves.
And they'll decide upon a project for the year, you said?
Yes, sir. So the idea would be for them to take a project on that would be impactful for the city. So whatever that can look like. I have a couple of options and ideas that other cities have done around us, and to give them a brainstorm, but they are not glued to that, so they can kind of take off and run with it as they see fit.
Okay, great. Very exciting. Thanks, Omira.
Yes, sir.
I would add, if you plan on being here, if there's more than 3 of us, we probably need to post an agenda.
Yes, sir.
So-
I already received confirmation of those that are planning to attend, so the city secretary does know, Ms. Dawn does
Okay.
know that we are posting that.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
You know what? This staff is amazing, isn't it? You don't even have to tell them. That's great. Good.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Comment? So we're looking for a motion to appoint to our Terrell Youth Council Ashton, Ashley, Ella, Jesus, Jocelyn, and Vicky. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Oh, we have a motion. Is there a second? We have a motion from Mayor Ronnie Velazquez, our District 3 representative, a second from Stephanie Holmes Thomas, our District 4 representative, to appoint Ashton, Ashley, Ella, Jesus, Jocelyn, Vicky to our Terrell Youth Council. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous vote of those present. Our next item on the agenda is 4.4, discuss and consider appointment, reappointment to the Terrell Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors. Dawn.
Mayor and council, in your packet is the TEDC board roster. Shamita Wilson, her term will expired in July of '25. She does wish to be reappointed, and this falls under the oversight of Mayor Rick Carmona. Sorry.
So, yeah, thank you, council. I have kept in close contact with our EDC director on Shamita Wilson. All of the feedback I get back on Ms. Wilson has been positive, and that she has really done an excellent job on our EDC board. So I would move that we reappoint Shamita Wilson to our Economic Development Corporation Board. Could I have a second, please?
Second.
I have a motion from the mayor, a second from Phil Robinson, our Mayor Pro Tem from District 5, to reappoint Shamita Wilson to our Economic Development Corporation. Is there any further discussion?
I do want to highlight and give kudos to Shamita Wilson. She is also our president of the EDC board, so I'm looking forward to serving with her. And it's really exciting to have someone that has an HR background, that grew up in the city of Terrell, and is very excited about making sure that we implement the new strategic plan that is being updated. So happy to support her.
All right. Thank you, Councilwoman. Anyone else? Thank you, Council, for your support. Is there anyone else? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous vote of those present. Our next item on the agenda is 5.1, discuss Terrell Economic Development Corporation, or their fiscal year 26 budget. We have with us the TEDC President, Carlton Tidwell. Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Did you want to say anything about Shamita before we got it?
You know, Shamita Wilson has done a great job. Not only is her first involvement in Terrell, really, that I knew of was with the Chamber Board. And she's since come on to the EDC Board and has shown very strong leadership and is now our chairman. And she will do a great job in leading the direction of the board. I have great confidence in her. As Councilwoman Velasquez has stated, she does as well, and so do the other board members. So I'm very excited, and thank you for the reappointment.
Well, she's not only the first woman to chair EDC, but the first African-American woman to chair.
That is correct on both counts, yes.
So, good. We're looking forward to her. Go ahead.
So thank you for having me. I just wanted to give you a very high-level update on our 25 and 26 budget. There are about 3 slides in your packet that we'll go through. I don't want to go through them too quickly, but I also don't want to spend a lot of time. You know, I didn't want to go line by line here, but I will be happy to do that with any of you at any time. Councilwoman Velasquez obviously sees it each month at our meeting, so she does represent you very well as part of that board. Our projected income for 25 and 26, we have an interest income projection of $60,000. The income you see from railroad repair, we bill the users of the rail in the Mike Cronin Business Park, and it comes to about $200,000, excuse me, a year. Our sales tax income, we're going to estimate at $3.5 million this year. Our expenses, we do have a sales tax rebate that was done several years ago that we pay. Our operating expenses in general are about $1.5 million. We help with the career and technical program, education for our students, both at Terrell High School and at Trinity Valley Community College. And we support the WINGS program at the library to help people get their GED so that they have a better chance of being employed. And that leaves us a net to work on future projects. And of course, you see that equals the 3.7 million income that we expect to have in 25 and 26. I want to give you a little bit of a cash flow look. Our assets right now, as of September the 8th, were $7.2 million. This is cash that's in a CD at American National Bank, as well as money that's in TexPool, which is the state of Texas public funds management group. And so those are invested there. That's where the $60,000 of income, of interest income comes from. Our projected income, as you see, is just a little bit higher than the 3.7 that we estimated. The reason for that is we do have a little bit of income that comes from a tax incremental financing district agreement from many years ago. And so we're the last ones to be paid for that. Our projected expenses, $5.5 million, those come from any incentives, any infrastructure that has to be paid for. And those are scattered over a 10-year period. I mean, so that's just, I put it in there in the cash flow just to show you if it all came due today, where we would be. Also, other pending projects, there's $4,175,000. The $4 million of that is us being a contributor if you receive the TIFIA grant, which is the ability to build road that would also go through the Cronin Business Park and go over Highway 80, which has been needed for many years. It would go over the railroad track, over Highway 80. In order to get that grant, you have to have a 20% match from somewhere else. And we agreed to be that 20% match because it helps the businesses in our business park. So I put all of that there just to let you know that if all of that came due in 25, 26, we are still solvent and would have a projected positive cash flow of $1.4 million. And that is all of my presentation, Mayor, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
So, to say that the EDC is healthy is,
That is a fair statement,
yeah, I
yes.
agree. Anyone have any questions for,
And also, just to let you know, we have two ex officio positions on the EDC board. One of them is a Paddock board representative. It's a non-voting board. That's Raylan Smith. And the other one is we have a financial expert that we keep as a non-voting member. He also served three-year terms there. It's Robert Messer. And we use him for financial advice, and you can tell that so far, so good. It's really helped, and we'll continue to do that so that we manage properly.
you may have any questions for Carlton? Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You bet. Next item on the agenda is 6.1, discuss and consider ordinance number 3152, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Terrell, Texas, amending Chapter 6, Section 9-9, Civil Service Classification Plan, A, classification of firefighters, and B, classification of police officers, 9-9, A and 1, positions appointed by Fire Chief, and 9-9A, 2, fighter classifications, and 9-9B, 1, position appointed by Chief of Police, and 9-9B, 2, police officer classifications, revised code of ordinance of the City of Terrell, Texas, providing for repeal of conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, and providing an effective date. This is our Director of Human Resources, Sue Fleming.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. In front of you, you have ordinance 3152. This is an annual ordinance that comes to you as part of, 1, the budget process, and 2, the general, I guess, what we have to do. So you have both fire and police in front of you. As you can see, it's broken down, the positions for fire. We do not have a assistant fire chief, nor have we budgeted for one, but we always want to keep that on the ordinance just in case once we decide to expand that position. And then you have the firefighter classifications, that there is no change from positions that were approved last year. So we have 4 battalion chiefs, 11 captains, 9 driver engineers, and 24 firefighters, and that's in anticipation of openings Fire Station 3. You have the base salary, monthly salary there as of last January, what was approved through the ordinance, and then on April 1 through the budget on April 1, 26, the base salary does have that increase, I believe, of about 13.5% for our firefighters. The next page will show you police. Again, when Chief Sansom took over, he decided not to fill that deputy chief of police position in order to get some more officers on our streets. And so originally, way back at the beginning of 25, before January 1, we were at, I believe, 33 officers. We did add 4. We're down to a total right now of 36. There was a need to bring back a 3rd captain. So through this process, you'll see as of October 1, the numbers will increase from 2 captains to 3, which was the original strength there. Staying level with 7 lieutenants, 5 sergeants, and there will be 36 patrol officers. The base salary as of last January is there, and again, there was about an 11.5% increase, not including any step changes. That will take effect on April 1 of 26 as part of the budget process. And I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Does anybody have any questions for Sue? Again, this is ordinance number 3152. 3152. Is there a motion on ordinance 3152?
Motion to approve ordinance number 3152.
Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Wait, second?
We have a motion from Phil Robinson, our Mayor Pro Tem District 5, a second from Donna Renee Anderson, Deputy Mayor Pro Tem District 2, to approve ordinance number 3152 as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous vote of those present. Our next item on the agenda is 6.2.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Get up here to it. Excuse me.
Discuss and,
6.2, discuss and consider ordinance number 3147, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Terrell, Kaufman County, Texas, amending Appendix 1 Fee Schedule Ordinance of the City of Terrell by updating Section 27 Water Service Rates and changes to insert A, Paragraph 7, creating a new customer rate class for water customers acquired from the Lawrence Water Supply Corporation, providing for the repeal of conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, and providing an effective date.
thank you, Greg. Chris?
Council, Mayor, I bring to you an ordinance through 3147. As many of you know, we've been in great lengthy discussions of taking over the CCN of Lawrence Water. And this ordinance is basically a follow-up that. The PUC has approved it, and we're just waiting on the closing date of that, but they already given their approval on this. This ordinance right here before you will allow us to set the rates through the Lawrence and administer that.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Chris on this item? Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Chris, I don't know if the question was answered, but when we say that said rates that are just and reasonable, are the residents of Lawrence going to have are the rates going to stay the same?
Yes,
And in the future, their rates are going to match their neighbors?
right.
And how, so we've always had the discussion about.
So basically, how it's going to be worked administratively is they're going to be contracted for I believe, the next 3 years to keep doing the same process and going through there. So nothing's going to change as far as the billing and the process, and the faces and the contacts, all that will not change.
It's just an administrative process?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Again, this is ordinance number 3147. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve ordinance number 3147.
Have a motion. Is there a second?
Second?
We have a motion from Mayor Ronnie Velazquez, District 3, a second from Donna Renee Anderson, our Deputy Mayor Pro Tem, District 2, to approve ordinance number 3147 as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous vote of those present. Our next item on the agenda is 6.3, discuss and consider 2017 Comprehensive Plan Kings Creek Park improvements. Our project engineer, Brianna Santa Ana, is going to present.
Hi, Mayor and council members. So I'm coming back today to talk about something we brought on the agenda back in July, Kings Creek Park. Our community meeting that we held in June did bring a lot of concerns, comments by the residents and community members regarding the park and its design. So we wanted to table this for a little bit and come back after Councilwoman Mayrani sat down with residents and kind of just discussed what this park really entails and how the community as a whole wants to move forward. So I wanted to bring this back up and get some feedback from you guys on how we would like to move forward with this park, whether it be amending the current design or moving forward with the park in general.
Okay, so this is the comprehensive plan of what the park is going to look like.
Yes, this is very beginning level. There's not a whole lot of engineering design behind
Right.
it. This is just to get our eyes on something.
And then with the comprehensive plan, if we so chose to do so, we could make adjustments.
Yes, the only thing that is a requirement for this grant is the trail itself.
Yes.
Without the trail, there is no grant money available.
And that, the trail allotment is included in the 1.5 million, right? Almost 1.6 million dollars. So the trail is included.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
And we don't get $1.6 million unless we put in the trails.
So
Pretty
the
much.
grant that we got approved was $750,000. And so the city is matching that with a little bit extra just due to engineering services and kind of preparing for this grant application. So if we don't move forward with the grant and doing the park as such, we lose out on the grant for $750,000. So it's not quite the 1.5 million.
Yeah. Our participation amount is $840,000.
$840,350.
Right, but we get 750 from Texas Parks and Wildlife,
Yes.
right? So it's a good deal.
So Brianna, appreciate giving us a little bit more time to work through this. In terms of the conceptual plan, feedback from community members, we're going to be making some amendments, but only to the following items of the conceptual plan. We're going to say no to the bathroom.
Okay.
But we do want to make sure, as you mentioned, that we keep the trail. But we also want to add sidewalks along Kings Creek Road on the area. I see the map here, along the park, prioritizing the northern area or the area north of the current parking lot at this time. And we want to make sure that we do have a green space for families to be able to play. I know sometimes maintenance of the grass there prevents families from being able to use more of like an open green space. So we want to make sure that we do maintain it to be able to have a green space. And, I and city engineer sat down together and we were looking at potentially the area that would be south of the proposed basketball court and pickleball court, because that does not have a flood-prone area. They're so potentially putting it there where you kind of see a loop going around to be able to provide us a green space for families. And then he was also able to clarify, but I want to make sure that we do get this right, or that you hear it from me, that we want to make sure that the grading for the basketball and pickleball court is at a level where we can prevent the water drainage. And Chris did tell me that, of course, that was already in place and would occur. So I want to make sure you also heard me say that the basketball court, we are asking that the basketball court be like a multi-function type of court, probably not saying that right, but like a multi-sports court where it's not only basketball, but it's also a pickleball court. So those are the amended changes based on the conceptual plan that we see on the screen.
Okay, beautiful. I love that feedback. I do want to highlight that adding in this sidewalk will not be necessarily part of this park project. It'll have to come from a city-led project as a sidewalk. Just the way that this grant and application was put together, a sidewalk was not part of it. But that will be something that the city can look at addressing.
And it's, do we know at this time if we have enough park dedication fees for a sidewalk in the current fund, or if it will have to come out of a different fund?
We don't know the balance. We can get that.
Okay, just thinking through some of our funding sources, since that
Absolutely.
sidewalk along the road there, Kings Creek Road, is something that community members are asking for.
Absolutely.
Did I hear you
Right.
say, I'm sorry, did I hear no bathroom?
Correct.
Children, let me get this right, children in the park playing, is there a bathroom on site?
Not currently.
Why do we not want to is this
So based on community feedback that has been received, at this time, there is not a desire for a public bathroom at this park. It will help us save money to make sure that we have some of the other requests for the plan as well. So my ask for city council members is to listen to the voices of our community members in the neighborhood and go with support me in advocating for what they would like to see there.
Well, this is my feedback, Mayor.
yes, ma'am.
I want a bathroom in the park because it's hygienic. We don't want anybody pissing in the bushes. This is not acceptable. Put it in all caps.
That was Councilwoman Donna Renee Anderson.
On the record.
I need, is there another park that does not have a restroom currently? Does Arlie White does not have one? Okay. Okay, all right.
Stallings does not have a
We're
bathroom.
going to add one, anticipated, but, all right, let's don't get off, we're talking about our Kings Creek. Yeah, so, let's think about that for a minute. And there's not one located on, this conceptual plan, right?
The bathroom?
Yes.
Mhm.
Do you see one?
The proposed restroom is in between the,
Oh, okay.
between the court and the little parking
So
lot.
it does show it. It does show it.
triangle.
And
Terms
as
of
we move through this process, we probably need to give a little bit more consideration as to whether or not we take the councilwoman's request. You do not, you're in agreement with those from Kings Creek who say we don't want one.
Correct.
I'm just curious, you met with the community members. What was their idea, what was their explanation about not wanting one? I know they should have grandchildren and children. I'm just interested in the feedback you got from that community.
I think the community members feel like they have enough time to get back to their home. I'm watching you laugh, but they live in the neighborhood. They want to be able to walk back to their home. They don't see a desire for the bathroom at this time. And so based on what we're asking for in terms of like the amended conceptual plan and what is budgeted for, then taking out the bathroom, but putting in place some of the other things that they've been asking for is something that, I'm going to support.
If
This
I
is our
may,
district.
I've spoken to a number of Kings Creek area residents myself, and that does seem to be the consensus when I talk to them, is that they don't feel that the Kings Creek Park is a commuter park. People aren't coming out to it as a destination. It's a neighborhood park, so they could walk over, use the park, and go back home. They don't feel the need for a facility like a bathroom, the ones that I've talked to. That said, though, as a father of a toddler and a 5-year-old, a bathroom is sometimes it's an urgent matter. Getting home is tough. And I would suggest that we build the park with the idea that it's going to be utilized by future generations, and as that area grows around it, we want it to be a long-term park that's utilized in many different, with many different functions, not just necessarily for that particular existing neighborhood. We want it to be a long-term investment here. So I would support a bathroom within the park personally.
How big is this park? How many acres? Remind me.
I don't think we have a specific size indicated on this park plan.
So the dollar amount that we are looking at, that does not include the bathroom, or it does include the bathroom?
It does
Okay.
include.
All right. So the most we're talking about is $1,590,000 and some change.
Yes, sir.
What does the lack of a bathroom save us?
About $400,000.
That's substantial.
But these bathrooms do come with those key locks that are automatically timed to where they get locked at a certain time.
At night, yeah.
So it kind of helps with some of the concerns of residents having of people coming in from other neighborhoods and using the park at night, using that as kind of,
The use, yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha. No, I think the residents' concerns are that people from outside of that neighborhood would come in and use the restrooms or not take care of it, or do, be up to whatever, just using it like it shouldn't be used. So are we going to leave it in, or are we taking it out?
We're leaving in the bathroom.
Leaving it in?
Okay.
Consensus?
I'm just I've always just had heartburn to a $400,000 bathroom.
I agree with that.
I just can't believe it exists, and I have kind of kicked and screamed about a $400,000 bathroom, but if you say it's $400,000.
But you see that it's the quality,
This
right?
is a prefab
And you wash it down, and have we ever, and you can't mark on it, and it's and
These are the same bathrooms that Glenn has been putting in before.
Yeah.
Some of the additional costs, Councilman, basically, there is no water and sewer, so we're gonna have, there's a great deal of cost there associated with getting water and sewer to the building. And the building's gonna be by the parking lot, so naturally, just like the other parks, so.
Is there water across the street from this bathroom? Like, is there water across the street from this park? Are there houses right
Yes,
across the street?
there's water up there on the street. The sewer line's gotta go down into the bottom area, so.
And the bathroom's gonna be near the front of the street?
No,
It's
the
gonna be
bathroom
back
right
off
now is gonna be at the end of the parking lot area.
If you look at that little blue
That little
rectangle.
blue rectangle right there where our cursor is.
Could we potentially obtain multiple bids for this bathroom and potentially come in at a lower cost?
There's absolutely what we can do, is to look at that. This is basically, tonight was to get a direction to do the bathroom, do what some of the requirements are. That's the direction that we were seeking as of the previous discussions we've had. So this was the table where we're gonna head. Definitely, we can scrub that a whole lot and go from there and challenge the public service side of it and see what alternatives there are.
Well, you know what, if we decided at the last minute not to include the restrooms, that's gonna save us $400,000.
That's correct, or some amount.
Yeah, so, if we move forward with the 2017 comprehensive plan for Kings Creek Park improvements, we're okay. We're not authorizing any dollar
No,
amounts now.
No. This
So,
is just to get a direction on this, and to finalize some of the concept plans so we can proceed on.
all right, and you're looking for direction from the council. I would say leave it in there now. It won't hurt anything to pull it out, but at least we see it. And if we decide to pull it out, we can. I'd rather do that than have you insert it later on.
Yes, so I do want to just make sure that we're all on the same understanding that this grant is a 50/50 grant.
Yes.
So if we take out that bathroom, we lose out that 50/50 match, right? So what we're getting through the grant is going to be a little bit less, and we're going to be contributing a little bit less. So just kind of take that into consideration. That full $400,000 is not going to come straight from the city's contribution to this project.
Yeah, I think Omara and I went to Texas Parks and Wildlife and secured this $750,000, right? And so I think we should take advantage of the full amount if possible.
Brianna, did I hear you say that if we take out the current park, it's going to give us we're going to receive less than $750,000?
If we remove a significant
million.
part of this design, yes, because it is a 50/50 match. So if the scope of this project is lessened and the cost of it overall is smaller, they'll match us 50/50. The only thing that they will not contribute on is the engineering services and the application preparation that we've hired our consultants to do. So.
What would a playground cost us? Like, if we didn't do a bathroom, get a nice playground, the sidewalk, still not the same as a bathroom, much less?
No, I think it'd be less, but honestly, I can get you those prices. I don't keep a price of a playground. But yes, I would think it would be less, depending on exactly what all you want to do. And then it gets into if you want climbing jungle gyms or things of that nature.
When are we trying to start this project?
Well, as soon as you give us this direction of where you want to go, we're going to proceed on with going with the engineering and finalizing the concept plan.
Okay. All right.
The concept plan, because I know we have an existing playground. Do I need to also amend the concept plan to include a playground?
No, we're just needing direction tonight. This is not to finalize this concept plan. You're to finalize what our direction will be as far as the scope of work. And if we want to include the playground area, there's already a small playground already existing. It's already been there.
Some of the feedback from community members, which I didn't place it at the top, but if we're okay with adding, a bathroom, adding sidewalks, making sure that we really beautify this park, then I want to make sure I include a playground, since we have community members that said, hey, we really want to enhance the playground that we have, essentially replace it with something else.
Okay, we can definitely look into that. I mean, we can look at engineering, redesign the existing playground, or we can add possibly, if it comes out, another small green space.
Okay.
I have one last question. Is the match 50%? So if we add something additionally, can we get over 750,000? That's the max.
That's the max.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Be nice.
Okay. Are you, we need to, this is discuss and consider. So what you're looking for is us to approve this concept plan as presented, or you want us to move forward with?
No, this was tabled from the standpoint for her to go back and visit with the citizens to kind of get more of a definition, because in the community meeting, that was one of the issues, was the bathroom or no bathroom. And as you can tell, this has been a great lengthy discussion over a bathroom. So that was the purpose of trying to get direction.
Okay.
Including that in our design.
All right, all right.
That was the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah. What, all right, so are we moving forward with it?
Yes?
Yes?
The bathroom.
Oh, wait. Let's, I don't want to poll anybody. I'm going to need a motion. I'm going to need a motion, and then I'll need a second, and then discussion. All right, so is there a motion on the 2017 Comprehensive Plan for Kings Creek Park?
Motion to approve item 6.3.
We have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second?
We have a motion from Mayor Ronnie Velazquez, District 3, a second from Donna Renee Anderson, our Deputy Mayor Pro Tem, District 2, to approve the 2017 Comprehensive Plan for Kings Creek Park improvements. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried, unanimous vote of those present. Our next item on the agenda is 6.4, discuss and consider resolution number 2260, to consider a municipal service agreement with New Mexico 10 LP and Elva Ruth Wiley Trust concerning the annexation of approximately 712.20 acres of land situated in the LH Adams Survey, abstract number 7, WB Head Survey, abstract number 223, JMH Chisholm Survey, abstract number 105, R. Mead Survey, abstract number 307, INGN RR Company Survey, abstract number 252, Kaufman County, Texas, and within the extra jurisdiction of the City of Terrell, Kaufman County, authorizing the publishing and mailing of all notices for the annexation public hearing. This is going to be handled by Raylan Smith.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. Wanted to talk to you a few minutes about the annexation, and also to give you a little bit of clarification on the upcoming steps that'll be coming forward for Terra Nova. So this is the portion of the Terra Nova development that is outside of the city limits. It's located within your ETJ. One thing that I did want to bring up to this group is the importance of the voluntary annexation. You know that we have talked about, we continue to get requests from municipal utility districts within our ETJ. We have multiple meetings with developers in municipal development. These housing developments are happening. And so without an annexation into the city, the major concerns whenever we talk about our neighboring city is law enforcement. And we're trying to put things in place to ensure that, you know, our MUDs that we're working with have those contracts in place. But just when this size of acreage comes into the city, I think it's just good to be reminded that that also means that now they have the same law enforcement. Now they have the same fire services that we know that we can provide within a city, that outside of our city limits we have no control of. And control's not the right word. But I think it's important to keep in mind that our population, your day traffic population, your day-to-day visitors on your streets and your grocery stores and also in your parks is going to continue to increase. And so by doing these development agreements and by working with developers who want to be inside your city limits, we're able to distribute some of those costs because it does affect your tax base, which has to pay for the daily operations of what this increased population is going to be using in the city. So I just wanted to remind you of that because we do have so many meetings with developers in our ETJ. We're very fortunate that we have the platting regulations. We've got that agreement with Kaufman County, so we do at least get to see the plats. And we hope that, you know, we can talk them into and make them abide by our infrastructure rules and regulations, but there's still so much of that we can't promise the homeowners out there. So this is definitely a voluntary annexation request from the developer. This is 712 acres of the total acreage, which is approximately 1,500. So this would be 700 acres that would be available for him to develop outside of our city limits also. So to kind of bring you up to speed, since our last city council meeting, this resolution tonight is only to call for the public hearing. There are several notices that have to go out. We've got legal notices and also mailings that have to go out. So tonight's resolution simply would call the public hearing for October 21st. Next city council meeting, which is going to be on October the 7th, you will have a resolution to consider calling a public hearing for TERS. We have actually 3 TERS that are coming forward, not all 3 have to do with Terra Nova, but I'm just letting you know next city council meeting, I will talk a little bit about a public hearing also on the 21st. So on October 21st, you'll have the annexation public hearing and also an opportunity to vote on the first reading of the ordinance. And you will have your TERS public hearing with the opportunity to vote on TERS creation. And then the second reading of those ordinances come back on November the 4th. And then that's also the date that we let everyone know that we would bring back the zone change as well. So everything comes back together on November the 4th. So like I said, this is just to call a public hearing on October the 21st to consider the annexation.
So, does anybody object to having a public hearing? No, I don't either. So this is resolution number 2260. Is there a motion on 2260?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second.
I'll second.
We have a motion from Donna Renee Anderson, our Deputy Mayor Pro Tem District 2. Second from Phil Robinson, our Mayor Pro Tem from District 5, to approve Resolution 2260 as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. All those present. Our next item on the agenda is 6.5. Discuss and consider Resolution 2261 authorizing the interim city manager to negotiate and execute contracts for construction of fuel farm tanks and fueling station for the Terrell Municipal Airport. This is our city engineer, Chris Knapp.
Council and Mayor, switching hats here is talk about airport. And in the airport, we talked about previously about a fuel farm tanks being constructed. This resolution, as we deal with grants with the TxDOT Aviation, they want a commitment that we're going to follow through. This resolution that's before you is to follow up, that we're going to fulfill our obligation concerning the construction of the tanks. So this is what this resolution 2261 is before you, to authorize the city manager to negotiate the contract relative, and then we'll get. This funding will not all come from TxDOT Aviation. There is a split, and if you recall, we've talked about IIJA funds. And the portion of those funds will be used along with the airport capital. So that's what the final payment of this will be probably in the end of 26, probably 27 budget, so.
Okay.
When they'll be completed.
Yes, takes about 14 months to build the tanks.
Does anybody have any questions for Chris on this item?
No.
No. This is Resolution 2261. Is there a motion?
Motion
When
to
I make my
approve.
motion, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When I make my motion, or when we make the motion?
I have a motion, so I'm looking for a
Can,
second.
can I suggest that this is just me being, doing some editing? On the second line of the title? Aviation for,
Fuel farm tanks?
the resolution number 2261.
Yes.
Go down to the second line.
Yes.
It says, in construction of aviation.
Contracts for
fuel
construction of
Okay,
aviation?
yes, I read that correctly.
Yeah.
Thank you, that's
Okay,
all.
you're welcome. So we have a
I
motion.
read
Is
it
there a
wrong.
second?
Second.
We have a motion from Phil Robinson, our Mayor Pro Tem, a second from Mayor Ronnie Velazquez, District 3, to approve resolution number 2261 as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried unanimously by those present. Our next item on the agenda is 6.6, discuss and consider approval of RFQ 26-03, a public-private partnership, P3, investment and development opportunity for Terrell Municipal Airport. Again, Mr. Snap.
So this is still with the airport hat on. This is basically going out for an RFQ for the airport. As you've stated before, there's quite a bit of real estate out there that's available. So we're looking at potentially getting an RFQ for someone, a private property investment, to come in and be part of our master plan. As you know, our master plan was done in 2023, along with a business plan in 2023. And basically, this is just to go out for an RFQ for qualifications for someone to look at possibly joining in partnership with the city as any type of investments for hangars, other buildings, other services, et cetera. That's all this is to go out. No money committed at this time.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Knapp on this one? Again, we always talk about the airport and how it's underutilized, and this is certainly a way to look at and see if we're using it to the best interest of the city. Is there a motion on the RFQ?
Mayor and council, I make a motion to approve RFQ 2603.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion from Stephanie Holmes Thomas, our District 4 rep. A second by Donna Renee Anderson, our Deputy Mayor Pro Tem of District 2, to approve the RFQ of 26-03 Public-Private Partnership P3 Investment and Development Opportunity for the Terrell Municipal Airport. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously by those present. Our next item on the agenda is 6.7, discuss and consider resolution number 2262 for the City of Terrell, the City Council of the City of Terrell, Texas, expanding the initial charge from the City Council to the City Facilities Naming Committee. Interim City Manager Marks Mills.
Mayor, council, good evening. Previously, the city council with resolution 2127 established the initial charge for the city facilities naming committee. We have had a request to consider the renaming of Francis. While we don't necessarily as a committee feel that that is doable or appropriate, the committee is considering a street topper for Francis in a particular area to go along with the request. So in order to make sure that the committee is following their charge, we're asking you to approve Resolution 2262, which would allow them to consider a street topper, honorary street topper included on a section of Francis.
Do we know who? Would it matter? Or is this just,
It's a,
is this just a policy?
this is just to give them the opportunity to rename or do street toppers on that section because it wasn't included in their original charge.
Okay. Gotcha.
There is a specific individual, but their name escapes me at the moment. I
Okay, no,
apologize.
you're all right. So, council, are you good with this? Do you need to talk to Mark or have any questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Resolution number 2262, is there a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion from Mayor Ronnie Velazquez, District 3, a second from Stephanie Holmes Thomas, District 4, to approve resolution number 2262 as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous votes are present. Our next item on the agenda, council, is our consent agenda. Those are 7.1 through 7.7. We may consider all, or if you so choose, we can pull one off. So what's your pleasure? Is there a motion on the consent agenda?
Motion to approve consent agenda.
We have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion from Mayor Ronnie Velazquez, District 3, a second from Phil Robinson, Mayor Pro Tem, District 5, to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous vote of the present. Next on our agenda is information reports. Looks like the police department monthly report is available to you, council. If you would review that and you got any questions, please reach out either to Mark or our police chief. Yes.
Tell the chief, thank you very much for the report. I like reading those reports.
Next item on the agenda is to adjourn into executive session in accordance with Section 551 of the Texas Government Code to discuss the following: Section 551.071, consultation with attorney on pending litigation; Section 551.074, personnel matters; and Section 551.087, deliberations regarding economic development negotiations. We are now in executive session, and we'll do so Ready? At this time, we will reconvene into regular session and consider action, if any, on items discussed in executive session. Does anyone have a motion? Hearing none, we are adjourned.